And did we have to force it or invite it or tell it or demand of it or tell her 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now go into a trance and tell me what the answer is? No, he didn't have to do any of that. Moreover, she's being observed in a group, which is even more pressure. Okay, so I'm going to just pause and see, does anybody have any feedback on the actual demo? And then I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what happened, and then we'll take a break. Did everybody notice the unconscious pieces of Leah's responses? Do you know what that means to see the unconscious parts of it? I pointed a few of them out, right? When I said, oh, there she goes. Yeah,
Can I say
Leah?
what it feels like?
Yeah, tell us.
I disassociate. So I notice because I can see myself and I look off and I'm disassociating. Like I'm not looking at something, I'm staring off.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. That's exactly what happens. So the question makes you seek information, and that moment of seeking information is an invitation to trance. And if you repeat that enough times, it's called fractionation, and that fractionation creates hypnosis. So the questions themselves are inductions, which lead you into that subconscious space without having to do any fancy schmancy stuff. And do you feel kind of spacey now? Right. And do you, Gail, feel a little spaced out? Like, look at you.
Yeah, it feels like in a weird way, like, I mean, I've had therapy forever that goes nowhere because it's kind of like ping pong, like what is it you're serving me and how am I supposed to serve it back? This
Okay.
felt like the opposite.
Nice. Exactly
Yeah.
right. Beautiful. I couldn't have scripted that any better. That was amazing. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what happened from a theoretical standpoint, and then you'll digest it. And after the break, you can ask me questions if you want. So, first of all, amazing, good job, well done. That one is one for the books. I'll be using that in courses to come. So, thank you so much, both of you, for excellent contribution. So, the interview, the hypnotic interview, this is what it is. The purpose of it is to understand what the problem really is, which Leah was the most perfect case study because she was very open about the fact that the problem is really not sunshine or making the time for it or getting outdoors. The problem was something else, which is I have a perception of myself as in a sensory whatever way, and I need to address that. That's the problem. Okay, so in doing that investigation of the problem, we're forcing the client to retrieve unconscious and known information. She knew that about herself, but she didn't really know how it applied to going outside. So that was kind of the purpose of the